What's up, guys? Last week I did a quick review on the racing simulator that I just built. I didn't have a lot of time when I made that video, so today I wanted to make a more in-depth video and review on this racing simulator I built, as well as what I've learned so far about setting up Assetto Corsa. Plus, stick around the end of this video because I got something I want to go over here. I would like to get your guys' feedback. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with setting up Assetto Corsa. The first thing that you're going to want to do is go to Google search and type in Steam, where we can go to download the Steam software. So you'll go in here and basically just set up an account here. I already have an account, so I won't show you that, but basically once you install this on your computer, then you can go and select the games that you want to play. And in this case, I selected Assetto Corsa for this racing simulator. Once you do that, you can download and install the Assetto Corsa. And then this far, I've only played in the main menu. I haven't tried the other modes, such as career or championship or the special events. And I've only had time to play a couple hours on this rig so far. I'm just getting started, but I've spent a lot of time going through the setup modes and getting the controls set up here. So I'll just show you that real quick. So in order to set up your controls that you use on your sim rig, such as this Thrustmaster's T300 RS steering wheel that I got, you want to go into options and then controls, and then you can select your controls here as your main controls. They got a lot of preset conditions here where you can go and select your wheel or shifters. In my case, my wheel wasn't on there, so I went to the input, and before this was clear, it says waiting for input, and then I would just steer the wheel, and that let the software know that I was using the Thrustmaster's T300 RS racing wheel. I also set my angles of rotation to 900 to match the software with this wheel. And then I went through and set up my throttle, brake, clutch, and handbrake as well. Now this is something that's strange to me. It's happened already once. I see that the handbrake is unassigned. I don't know why. I've had the issue the other day where I had all this set up and I went back in to play the game and several of my inputs wasn't working. So I'm going to go ahead and set that again. And so that's now on. For some of these settings, you got to click invert. I had to do this with the throttle and the brakes in order to get the controls to work correctly. And then we can go to shifters and add our shifter. I already have this shifter set up, so whenever I'm in the first gear slot, it's button 1 from the shifter itself. I also added the Clutchmaster's paddle shifters inputs to allow you to shift with the paddle shifters on the wheel. One annoying thing I found so far with this is it's not allowing me to use the shifter or the paddles in this game. I did some research, found out that basically you can't modify the cars in this game, so you have to use cars in the game that are actually come with a manual transmission in order to use these shifters, from what I found so far. If anyone knows a workaround around that, let me know. Drop it down in the comments below. I also set up my secondary controls where you can assign the buttons on the wheel to certain functions such as turbo pressure, traction control. This was a big one for me. Whenever I tried to start drifting, the car wouldn't drift because of the traction control, so I added that on there so I can turn it on and off during gameplay, as well as other things such as ABS, horns, glance left, glance right. I thought these would be important with drifting, or to glance backwards, or even change the camera angles while you're playing the game. Now we can go back to the game and start drifting. So in order to drift, you want to go to challenges, select drift mode, then you can select your car. For this, I use the BMW 1M. And then I'm going to select this drift track here to practice drifting. So I'm going to hit my button here to turn off the traction control. Like I said, I've only played this for a few minutes the other day, so I'm not that great at it. Still getting really used to all the controls and the setup. But you can have a lot of fun. Of course, you can do other events such as drag racing in this McLaren. Or you can do quick races. In this LaFerrari! I do have other videos on this build, but I wanted to show you on this. I did raise this pedal box as the pedal angles were a little bit too far forward, and it was just really hard. It was like you're just pushing at the very tip of your toe. So I raised that to improve the angles. The pedals feel really linear. They're a little soft, but they're really good enough for this kind of gameplay. The wheel itself is amazing. It has force feedback, and you can even feel like the difference between pavement, cobblestone, grass, or gravel when you're off the track or whenever you are drifting and sliding. The feedback is really positive and it feels great. I also use this shifter. Like I said, I have not been able to get to work in this game yet. But this is the GS TP shifter with handbrake combo, and the 32-inch MSI gaming monitor, and this Dell Inspiration 15 laptop. There are links to all these below in the description, as well as this JEGS racing seat. Alright guys, the other thing I've been thinking about is the storage system here in my garage. As you can see, it is not too bad for the average garage or average home. But I really want to start working on cars in here, so I'm going to need to have a better setup. As you can see, there's plenty of room here on this back wall for storage cabinets. And what I'm thinking about doing is getting some storage cabinets that all match to get rid of this and to help hide the clutter, as well as a proper workbench. For the workbench, I may purchase one, but most likely it looks like I'm going to build something, as I want something that's really sturdy and stable to be working on, mount vices to, grinding wheels and things of that nature. In order to get a really sturdy one, you're talking about spending a lot of money. I haven't even found one yet that looks like it would meet my needs. What I'm thinking about doing is replacing these two shelves and cabinets with matching ones. I'm thinking about doing the black since my toolbox is already black. I may possibly do a silver or gray, but I really wish I could get something in this blue to match my lift. But right now I'm having trouble on deciding which color to get. So like I said, I'm thinking about the black. Let me know down in the comments section below, what color do you guys think I should do this storage system in? And if you have any other suggestions as far as garage setup goes, let me know as well down in the comments. I'd be interested to see all your all's answers. Like I said, I want to get this set up to begin working on cars, and I may even add like a welder in here or possibly some other equipment. So I'm open to all your all's suggestions. Just want to try to get things cleaned up and tidied up around here. Some of this stuff I'm going to be getting rid of, or I may buy a storage shed for out back in order to store things like the lawn equipment, construction tools, and things of that nature. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel to grow. And be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Until next time, guys, have a great day.